How's it going, YouTube and all the ISL fans out there? Welcome to another episode of the Meet the Coach interviews. This is Top 523, coach of the Miami Heat Trans. I am here with my co-host.
Hello there. I'm Xavier, coach of the Dallas Victory Stars.
And we are here with one of the men who was originally the, I guess to say, somewhat founder of the ISL, you can say. Please introduce yourself, sir.
My name's Hayden, coach of the Calgary Flamethrowers.
I can never pronounce your name right. I always pronounce your city name completely wrong. It annoys the crap out of me.
Calgary.
Yeah, it's Calgary, I think. It's just...
That's from Canada, isn't it?
Yeah, it went with my mascot.
Salgary.
Oh my god, don't even say that. That's even worse. Alright, so let's ask our first question today so far is when did you start playing Pokemon?
I started playing Gen 1. Got my first game was Pokemon Yellow on the Game Boy Color back in, I believe, 1999, something like that.
You're definitely one of the you, me, and I think who was it? Burke are like the oldest three people here that have all started in Gen 1.
Actually, I think Burke said he started later, didn't
I think he started. I think he used his family's his older siblings Gen 1 game, and then but he didn't really play that much of it, and then he officially started playing later on. But he's still Burke's still the oldest one here, so.
he? No.
But alright, so since you started all the way back in Gen 1, when did you actually start competitive battling?
Uh, Probably actually just a few years later on, I think it was Crystal. I lived in Florida at the time, and a whole bunch of people got gold and silver, and we would just have little tournaments at the Boys and Girls Club. There was about 12 to 16 of us, I think. Once a month would do just competitive battles and stuff like that.
It must have been difficult doing competitive battling back then when you don't have a wide variety as you do now, and like typings were different, and
I mean, it might have been easier, honestly, because you didn't have to really breed.
Yeah, and it was a lot of the same teams.
I mean, I'm sure everyone just ran Hyper Beam probably.
Yeah.
Mostly,
Hyper Beam, Earthquake.
Oh my god, that must have been ridiculous. Like,
Hyper Beam, Dragonite.
Yeah.
Just one shot everything pretty much.
Yeah.
Just destroy. Complete destruction. I ran Special Dragonite. Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam that I got from the freaking game corner.
Oh, I never mess with this game corner stuff. It would take me too damn long trying to get those moves.
That's why you cheat.
Oh, yeah, true, you could cheat. But I'm not a cheater, unlike you.
I mean, cheaters always win.
Man, spoiler alert.
That's spoiler alert by saying spoiler alert.
So you sort of went into our next conversation. Our question was, did you ever do any other league format like this before?
Outside of that tournament that we ran back then, not really.
Mm.
Alright, Xavier, why don't you go ahead and start talking about his draft here?
Alright, okay, so first up, we got this Heatran. I personally really like Heatran. He's a really cool guy. He walls things specially without being, annoying, because he can actually dish out damage and, set up stealth rocks. He's a cool guy. I like him.
Yeah.
He can run Scarfed. But anyway, how do you feel about him?
Well, week 1. Oh, well, we'll get that to a later time. But yeah, I'm planning on having them scarfed, specs, maybe assault vest, life orb. There's just really so much you can do with Heatran, his moveset and whatnot.
True men run scarfed Heatran.
I've been trying that out lately on Showdown. It's been working. It surprises a lot of people.
Yeah, they don't see it coming. They're used to just seeing it roaring you out and stealth rocking.
Yeah, Hayden is a really good mod. There's a reason why someone in this particular league has it as their team mascot that someone decided to draft before them.
Hashtag shots fired.
I actually was gonna take Victini instead of Heatran,
Wow.
but I saw that Xavier wanted it, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be a dick and take it at 2 right in front of him. I made that
Victini isn't even
the
that good of a first round pick. I literally only picked it because I knew someone was gonna snipe it.
I just wanted it because it went good with my Mega in a drought.
I mean,
It could
Vijay
just
in the sun
revenge
is
kill
killing
him.
everything.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't hold no hard feelings. I mean, I don't know if I actually would have drafted Heatran just because it was either between that or my first pick Gengar, and whatever I chose, I would have chose a different Mega. So,
I would have taken an hour to actually pick something other than Victini if you had actually picked it right there.
There was actually 3 Pokemon that I wanted. It was between Mew, Heatran, and Mega Lopunny. But then I was like, or I already have all my draft around my Mega Charizard Y, and I don't want to really change it up on the last day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have Heatran, he's a cool guy.
He really is. But he's a very bulky mon, and he can work really well with your next pick. You decided to go with Chansey as your second pick.
I hate Chansey. I like Heatran. He's cool. Chansey is
I
so
wanted
annoying.
I wanted a lot of bulk early, and then because I knew I could get some harder hitting mons later.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Chansey can, we've seen in the GBA with Dan that, Chansey can be a threat. That counter is really going to come in handy at some points.
That thing has 704 max HP.
Yeah.
That just
704.
That just pains me to hear
With
that.
the Eviolite special defense.
Shedinja has 1. This thing has 703 HP, more than the thing with the lowest amount of HP.
What if someone drafted Shedinja?
That would have been the dumbest thing anyone could ever do.
Yeah, because once
Stealth Rock.
Stealth Rocks would just completely wall it completely. Like
You thought Charizard didn't like Stealth Rocks? Meet Shedinja. Focus Sash ain't saving you.
It really isn't. So it was definitely an interesting pick. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if you just wanted to wait later for it, you probably wouldn't have gotten it. Because I'm sure plenty of people wanted to pick up Chansey before that. Like, they probably would have picked it as, like, the first 2 picks, where they probably would have gone down to, like, the 3rd or 4th round, and someone would have picked up Chansey eventually, so.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised it dropped to the 23rd pick. Because I didn't expect to get it. It was, like, my 4th or 5th mon that I was looking at that spot. Because I was going to originally...
scared you were going to take my Sylveon, because Sylveon Heatran Core is nice.
I was actually looking at Sylveon and Slowbro, but then I saw Chansey and I was like, I can't pass Chansey. So, there we go.
Yeah.
What's actually interesting though is that both Mons are your Heatran and your Chansey are sort of weak to fighting types. A close combat, neither one will really appreciate. They both probably love to hit. Well, yeah, they can counter right back and kill it.
Chansey is going to live and counter the shit out of whatever wants to do that.
But I'm just saying, it's still a lot of damage it's not going to want to take.
Yeah.
But, I mean, your next mon, though, really will wall a close combat pretty damn well in Latias.
Yep.
Huh. Transitions.
Yeah, I started playing that.
Wow.
So I'll talk about Latias. Why did you pick Latias as your 3rd pick?
Because of the reasons that you said. I saw I had a weakness in fighting, and then I knew I needed to get something else that could actually hit hard too, so I just went with Latias.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand. I mean, it's a definitely good special attacker. The Dragon Psychic typing is really nice. It has we talked about this before we started recording, that it has a really good assortment of moves, so it's a variety of, its variations of moves that you can learn is really, really good. It's very versatile, so it's definitely a good mon, and I personally, like, what's the difference between Latias and Latios? Is Latios more bulky than Latios?
Latias isn't quite as powerful, but it's more bulky.
So,
Yeah, I think Latias is bulky.
Except they both have the same base speed, and I just feel like I honestly prefer Latias because I just like that extra bulk, and it really doesn't need that extra power because it's just gonna drop a Draco.
Yeah.
that is true. Yeah, I mean a Draco, a freaking Psychic or Psyshock,
Mhm.
three really powerful moves that you can run on it, and then you can run like Energy Ball, Flamethrower.
Oh yeah, get some nice coverage. Thunderbolt.
Mhm.
Also, one thing that I want to see is physical Latias.
Sucker Punch all the way.
Yeah.
It's got such a good physical move pool. It gets Dragon Dance. You can sweep with it.
Does it have a knockoff?
I don't think it does.
That
It's
sucks.
got tiny little hands. It can't knock things off.
Mhm.
He
And
can try his darndest, but he ain't doing it.
hey, Whooper can learn Ice Punch. All right, I don't want to hear it.
That's
I mean-
hilarious, by the way.
Lantern can learn Sucker Punch, and Lantern just has little flippers.
Well, that's because it hits the opponent with the little light bulb on its head.
I don't want to think about that. That's just sounds disgusting.
Actually, the reason he learns it is because like the original translation is like Sneak Attack or something,
Oh,
but they changed it to Sucker Punch for some reason.
Yeah.
I like my idea better.
I like
That'd
your
be
idea
funny.
better too.
Yeah.
He just smacks him with it. Just like, boy, get your ass over here, and just slaps him across the face.
Oh my god, that's just. It's definitely interesting mon. The
It's-
next pick, I don't remember if this next pick actually got drafted in the GBA or not. I think it did, but you picked up Zygarde.
Ziggured.
Dude.
Yep.
So explain that pick, because it's definitely you picked up two Dragon types in a row, so it's definitely an interesting pickup there.
I actually, one thing I want to put in real quick is this past Wonder Trade Wednesday, I got a Zygarde. It was awesome. So I love Zygarde now, just because of that.
I still don't have
It's the only good thing I've ever gotten off of Wonder Trade. So continue.
Shiny Zekrom, shiny Mewtwo, shiny.
I don't get shit. I have bad luck at that. But anyway, how do you feel about Zygarde? I'm not as
Well,
lucky as you. Okay, Ty?
It's bulky on the defensive side, and it gets Dragon Dance, Earthquake, and Dragon Claw. So two pretty good stabs. Well, two really good stabs. And I think
Wait a
Outrage
second.
too.
Wait a second. It gets Dragon Claw. It has no
I think
hands.
so.
It has no hands. How does it claw things?
I don't. Let me look
Does
it
it
up.
just use its
Okay.
little fin thingy?
Sorry about
Does
that.
it just headbutt them?
Must be Outrage I'm thinking about. I thought I
Oh.
got Dragon Claw. That's why.
Well, I mean, Dark Trio can learn Sucker Punch, so I mean, it could
Can't
just
that
use his
trio
head.
learn Slash too?
Yeah, so I'm thinking he's just using his head.
Nah, Dugtrio pops out of the ground. Didn't you know there's a very muscular Machamp body under Dugtrio?
No, that was under Diglett, not the trio. The trio is
It's under both of them.
Um,
Oh no, it doesn't get. It gets Dragon Tail. I'm not
Oh.
running that.
I mean,
Well,
that's
you
it's still
can
it's still not a
slap the
bad
shit out of
move. Yeah, it's still not a bad move to learn. It can learn. It can run a special one too. It has 81 special attack. It's its lowest stat, but 81 is still not bad.
And it definitely could work physically defensively. I didn't realize how bulky it is.
Oh
Yeah, that's. I didn't have that many physically defensive that I was looking at picking up. So
I thought it was just
Zygarde's
like
gonna
a
fill that
Dragon
role.
Dancer.
yeah.
You can even run like when you run that defensive stat, you can run like Toxic, Pain Split.
Stealth Rocks, Extreme Speed. It also gets Extreme Speed, like the best priority move in the game.
You just about level up, so you don't have to worry about like a specific like nature or anything
Okay.
for that you have to run for like one of the event mons. You can just get exchange speed normally, and it got the coil, which is definitely
Mhm.
nice.
Mhm.
And what is
Definitely good
land?
at something else.
It gets Land's Wrath. I think that's his specialty move.
I think he has two specialty moves. It's
Like,
Land's Wrath
I don't
and
think it-
Thousand Arrows.
I don't think Thousand Arrows is released yet.
Yeah, that's not released yet. I know that. Because people are saying that once that's released, it's gonna get really broken.
And
it's-
Land's Wrath isn't as good as Earthquake.
I mean, Land's Wrath is 90%, 90 power, Earthquake's 100, so I mean, it's only a little weaker, but I mean,
If you're doing a Wi-Fi battle, Land's Wrath looks cool as hell in the game.
oh yeah, definitely. But I think once Thousand Arrows or whatever it's called comes out, most likely he's gonna jump up to Ubers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I think he's I don't think he's in OU right now, is he?
He's in BL.
He's in BL.
Yeah, so he'll probably jump off for OU for a little bit, and then they'll realize how broken it is, and then they'll jump him up to Ubers.
Oh yeah, Earthquake, best move in the game, can hit everything now.
Yeah, pretty much. It also did Glare, which I saw during one of the matches during the GPA where Glare actually came in pretty handy. Glare can definitely come in handy with it because Superior can run it really well. So put enough speed investments in with 95 base speed. Put enough speed investment in there, and Glare can do some work. He can outspeed some things and paralyze it, and you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Mm-hmm. You can also throw Iron Tail on there to hit them fairies.
Yeah, because you also the ice types, because Steel is strong against ice, so you can do that against the ice types. You have a 4x weakness to ice, so honestly.
It's like, hey, I'm about to go for Outrage. Better switch into my fairy type. Psych, I have Iron Tail. Suck a dick.
So, it's definitely an interesting mod, and it's definitely some people. I can't wait to see you actually use it in the battle, because it'll definitely be interesting to see how it runs. So, now, your next mod though. It's definitely interesting because the mega form of this next mon got picked up round 1, and you decided to pick up this mon round 5. You picked up Mega Venusaur. I mean, not Mega Venusaur, regular Venusaur.
Yep.
I guess this is where you solidified your Sun team.
Chlorophyll.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, I'm looking at your mons like later on, and I only see really just a couple mons that really benefit from the sun, and Venusaur is definitely one of them.
I mean, he can't run a full Sun team. That'd just be.
Yeah, I'm looking. I was looking at picking up 3 or 4 mons that benefited from a Sun team, and then the rest could just work on its own, just in case I get teams that counter me.
Yeah, like as we saw this week, Brayden ran Rain.
Hey, spoilers! No one knows about those battles yet.
Oh, whoops. Okay, I didn't say that. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, everyone. He's psychic. He can see
I'm
into the future.
just predicting the future, man. I'm just that damn smart. Don't worry about it.
What he's trying to say is that he will run a rain team when that match is actually happens. But
is it even worth covering up? Like half the people in this were watching that match live.
Don't break the fourth wall. But no, yeah, it's definitely the rain is the rain also benefits you, even though a little bit not with Venusaur, but with other mons on your team can really benefit from the rain as well. So, but with Venusaur, like it has more weaknesses than Mega Venusaur because it doesn't have thick fat, but it's still really bulky enough to eat up hits for anything really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I'm taking a hit. Also, physical Venusaur would be powerful. It gets like knockoff, power whip, earthquake.
I think it gets pedal dance, doesn't it?
It gets pedal dance, and I think you might be thinking of pedal blizzard, which is like a physical. It's like physical grass, ice beam, or thunderbolt, or flamethrower, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely. I don't think it learns any setup moves though.
Yeah, pedal blizzard. I see it.
Nah, it gets growth, and growth in the sun raises special attack and physical attack by +2.
Yeah, growth is nice.
If you can get a growth off in the sun, this thing will take lives.
Does it just increase the amount of gains, or is it just like what does growth do exactly in the sun compared to when not in the sun? Like, how does
growth
it
normally gives you +1.
Doubles it, right? Yeah.
Growth normally would give you +1 attack and special attack, but in the sun that doubles. So it's basically like you went for a nasty plot and a swords dance at once.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
When did it change to physical and special? Because I remember back in the day it was just special. Like a long time ago, it didn't do physical; it was just special that increased.
I think Gen 4.
So when they had the physical special split.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad then.
I didn't mean for you to get up.
Hey there, girl.
Oh my god, that was funny. But while he's dealing with that, let's talk about your next mon, which is probably one of the mons that I really considered picking up at some point. It was definitely one of my favorite mons, and in the GBA, Shady has definitely shown it can do a lot of different things. You picked up Ambipom.
Yeah. Fast with fake out.
Okay, was I the only one that heard all that shuffling?
Yeah, I heard it too. That's why I was kind of.
Come on, Xavier.
Okay, things happened at my house. Okay, there were dogs, and they had to go pee,
Get it together.
and then I got shot.
Oh my god. Alright.
Oh, I'm in power through. Because I guess I'm just that dedicated. My abs are just that sexy. Okay, let's go.
Oh my god, this is gonna be the weirdest
Okay.
interview we've ever done. So Impom, like, it gets a wide assortment of moves. Stab, Fake Out, and Stab Return are definitely very powerful. With already his high base attack as it is. Also with, like, its recover moves, you can run any of the elemental punches, you can run, Knockoff, which is definitely something viable in this league that someone...
Oh, and you can run one of my favorite sets, which is the Fake Out Last Resort, if your opponent doesn't have any ghosts. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and spoilers, I will be running an Acrobatics Ambipom sometime in the season.
How does Acrobatics boost it if it doesn't have an item? Does it go Technician, then Acrobatics boost?
I believe so, yes. It goes...
So it gets boosted by both those things.
Yeah.
That is a powerful move.
Yeah, and then you can run Flying Gem on there to power it up even more.
Yeah.
So I think it will go Technician, then Flying Gem, and then Acrobatics after that.
See, what I'm thinking about doing is either just running no item or putting it on there, and then once someone knocks it off, just be like, bang.
If it has Flying Gem, does it incorporate both the no item and the Flying Gem?
I believe it does, yes. I think, like I said before, I think it goes Technician first, and then Flying Gem, which boosts the flying type move in general, and then Acrobatics comes in and be like, okay, well, does it have item or not? No, it doesn't, technically, at that point.
That is straight power.
Yeah, it definitely something to watch out for if you didn't have that Venusaur. It definitely would do a lot to the Venusaur if you didn't have it, so... definitely picked on one of the monsters because we definitely deal with the Venusaur pretty well. So, and also get Impom gets Skunk Shot. So if you want to deal with the fairy types as well, we saw Shady Penguin deal with
definitely that. Nice coverage.
They get Shadow Claw, Thunder Punch.
It definitely like Shadow Claw is good for like if someone tries to like think, oh, he's just gonna go for return. Let me switch in a Ghost type. Oh, well, let's just go for Shadow Claw. Still gonna do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I think he gets Zen Headbutt as well, but I could be wrong.
He does. I don't know.
I just know it gets a lot of... I know a lot of monsters get Zen Headbutts, I'm assuming that it does.
Did you mention the Baton Pass Nasty Plot?
I did not. That was... Even though Shady Penguin didn't get a chance to really use that to its full extent, during his match. I don't know which match it was in. Was that against Miguel?
I think that was against Dan.
Was it against Dan? I wasn't sure if it was against Dan or Miguel. I can't remember.
Because I remember he passed it into his superior.
Yeah. See, that's when you got to run Choice Scarf Superior.
Well, Superior.
And just hope that you land all the Leaf Storms.
I mean, but then the Leaf Storm wouldn't do anything to Vile Plume. It's like, it's got to hit other things, though.
And it already has a really good speed set already. Like, spoiler alert, we know that Superior sort of outspeeds a certain Mon on your team. In Charizard, so...
Oh, yeah.
That's something you gotta watch out for.
Hashtag spoilers.
We don't know if that's actually been tested yet. We just know that calc-wise, we know it outspeeds.
Yeah. And it gets like Shockwave and Water Pulse, which can get boosted by Technician. I mean, people run Nidoking, who has a kind of low special attack stat. But Sheer Force boosts it up, so maybe Technician and Nasty Plot can do the same for Ambipom.
It's definitely true. Impom does get some good moves for its
Shockwave,
special stats, so...
Water
Especially
Pulse,
Technician,
Voice.
Hidden Powers.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be ridiculous. Set up one Nasty Plot and just Technician, Hidden Power, and everything is done for.
And
Choice
Shockwave, Water.
You just figure on Choice Spec set if you really want to. It has enough speed to really outspeed a lot of things.
Do that real.
Definitely interesting one.
But it did kind of add on to that fighting type weakness. But next round, you picked up a... I tried my best.
I was waiting for Hayden to say it because I didn't want to say it, so I was like, is Hayden going to talk about it?
Nope, it's just there.
It's just there.
I like it. Jellicent.
I mean,
He
definitely.
looks like
you
the
go.
Pringles guy. He's an okay guy.
I mean, it's two typings that you sort of need on your team, and Water and Ghost. And it's a very specially built Demon. So, and I think it gets Recover, and does it get Calm Mind? I don't remember.
It gets Recover,
Calm
Pain
Mind.
Split. I don't see Calm Mind.
Darn,
Does not get Calm Mind.
that would be amazing if it did.
It gets Giga Drain. I don't know how this thing was an NU.
I think just due to the fact that on the physical side, he sort of sucks.
It's base 70. I mean, Chansey has base 5 defense, but people always run physically defensive Chansey.
That's because they can put enough defense in it with the EV Light and still eat up a hit.
It gets you to barely 200 defense.
But with the HP,
That HP is stupid. I don't like Chansey. It makes me angry every time I verse one. Because I'll just be like, I'm just going to go for a Brick Break or something stupid. And then it just kills me. And then I get sad.
You could run Water Spout on Jellicent.
Oh, I was just about to say that. Run Max Speed, Timid, Choice Scarf, Water Spout.
Definitely do it. You can run Ominous Wind, hope for that boost from it. You can run Brine.
Oh, yeah.
You can run Water Spout and Brine, so like once you have max HP for Water Spout, and then once you get low, start going for Brine to still do a lot of damage with Brine.
I think Brine doubles if
Choice
the
Scarf,
target's
Max Speed,
HP
Jellicent
is
outspeeds
50.
base 110s.
You can run.
And it outspeeds Superior.
You can run Psychic, Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave or Sludge Bomb, Energy
Dazzling
Ball,
Gleam,
Dazzling Gleam, Energy Ball, Will-O-Wisp.
nice.
You can run
Magic Coat. I don't know why you'd run Magic Coat.
Trick Room,
Anti-lead, man.
which honestly for your team, looking at it so far, besides really mainly the Ambipom, you could run it just from the mods you have so far. You could run Trick Room if you really wanted to. I think a lot of your team would definitely benefit from the Trick Room set.
I mean, some things would, yeah.
Like the Venusaur, if you run 0 speed investment, the Latias with 0 speed investment, the Zygarde with 0 speed investment, Heatran, even Chansey will start outspeeding things due to Trick Room.
I mean, if you're versing like Oz, who has the Galvantula with sticky webs,
That might be the week to run Trick Room because you
you
can
could turn it against him.
pretty much.
But would he bring the Galvantula?
I mean, a Bug Buzz on Mega Venusaur. I can't say Mega. Bug Buzz on Venusaur. A Thunder on Jellicent.
And Charizard.
And Charizard and Crawdon.
Could run like a Hidden Power Rock, because it would outspeed Mega Charizard Y. It doesn't really need a Grass move, I don't think.
You could run a Hidden Power instead of Rock. You can run a Hidden Power Ground for the Heatran. Like he can being as fast as it is, it can really do some work to your team. The only thing that really walls it pretty well is the Crocodile, but a Bug Buzz is still gonna do a lot of damage to a Crocodile. I don't know who I was watching on YouTube. They were trying to say that Armaldo is a water type, and I was like, no,
What?
he's Bug.
It's Bug Rock.
I don't know who was saying. I think it might have been Shady Penguin that was saying it. And I was like, no.
Yeah, I think that was in one of his like low tier battles. Wasn't he doing like FU or PU or something?
Yeah, something like that. Because he was worried about it using like Aqua Jet or something and being stabbed and all that. And I was like, yeah, he gets Aqua Jet, but he's not water type, so it's not gonna do as much damage as you really hoped.
Yeah, I mean Aqua Jet's still nice as priority.
Yeah.
Especially since it's pretty slow, like, could come in clutch, you never know.
But, and that goes back to the Trick Room thing, like, you can run that mod with the Trick Room and get off Stone Edges, get off X-Scissors, knockoffs, like, it can definitely come in handy with that Trick Room set. I think Jellicent will definitely, I want to see you run a Trick Room set, that's all I'm trying to say. I want to see a Trick Room set.
I mean, you want to see a Trick Room team for everyone, don't you?
Okay, week 6 I'll run Trick Room.
Who are you going against week 6?
I have no idea. It's gonna happen.
That's pretty ballsy. Just saying, week 6 I'm running Trick Room. Let's go.
Oh, screw you.
Is that against you?
Yes.
That's fine.
That's what he gets for suggesting Trick
I
Room.
was like, I want Trick Room so badly, and you freaking.
Now everyone's gonna run against you.
Oh my god.
Don't counter team me.
Looks like I better run Trick Room on my team since we haven't had our match yet.
Yeah,
I'm definitely changing it so my team runs Trick Room.
even though your team doesn't really benefit from Trick Room at all.
I don't care.
Anyway.
I don't even know if anything on my team gets Trick Room, but I'm gonna try.
I don't think any of them do. But your next mon is really the one of your 3 mons that doesn't really benefit from Trick Room very much, unless you like purposely like give him a negative speed nature. But you have a very powerful dark type, and you sort of sniped it from someone in this call right now. You have Crocodile.
Oh yeah. Funny story. You want to hear a funny story, Hayden? Okay, you know how I picked Miss Magus right before you?
Yeah.
Okay, I was debating between picking Crocodile or Miss Magus, right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to pick both of them. So I was thinking, which one's least likely to get sniped by these two? I was like, I mean, I thought you had a ground type already, Zygarde, so I'm like, he's not going to pick Crocodile. He doesn't want to pick Crocodile. He's just going to leave it there. And I knew for a fact that the man who used to be in the other slot wasn't going to pick it. So I was like, I'm just going to pick Miss Magus now because I don't think Hayden's going to pick Crocodile. But then you pick Crocodile. And then I feel like you just wanted... How do you know I was going to pick Crocodile? How do you know that?
Actually, I can't look back at my draft notes because my laptop crashed. So I had to go get another computer.
I know that problem.
Yeah, I think Crocodile was like my 5th mon that I was looking at that round. But I think the rest of them got sniped beforehand. So I was just
Every
like, okay.
single other thing you wanted over Crocodile got sniped that round.
Yeah.
Wow. So did you want Hitmontop?
Yes, I did. I was actually really good. I was like, yes, Hitmontop's still there. I'm going to get it. And then...
But Tom was being Tom, and he took it.
Good job, Tom.
I'm guessing you wanted Donphan for also the Rapid Spin? After that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what other mons...
I believe so.
Like, besides the Hitmontop, what are the mons in that round were you hoping to pick up that got sniped from you?
Please tell me you wanted Miss Magus and would have picked it.
No. I wasn't looking at Miss Magus.
I feel... I should have picked Crocodile.
Honestly, you probably should have picked Crocodile, and then Miss Magus probably would have been there.
I didn't think he'd pick
Actually,
up Crocodile.
I know for a fact that Miss Magus would not have been there because the person who shall not be named, he was actually looking at it to pick it up before picking Mega Aerodactyl, I think he did.
Oh, so you sniped it from the Carolina Panthers then? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well at least it wasn't a completely useless pick.
Yeah.
No,
And I'm happy with Miss Magus. Miss Magus learns Will-O-Wisp.
shut up.
What? Why does that matter to you?
You know why.
I'm just stating one move Miss Magus learns.
You know why.
I mean, okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, well, your next mon, you decided to keep on the trend of dark types, and you went with Crawdont.
Yep.
Explain why you decided to go with another dark and another water type.
This is for when I want to run an offensive, either water or dark type instead of defensive Jellicent or Crocodile. Even though I know Crocodile normally is offensive, but can be used as a very good defensive mon. But I really wanted Crawdont because of gets Dragon Dance, Aqua Jet. I'm pretty sure it Oko's Garchomp with Crabhammer, or it gets very close to, which is a big mon on one of my division opponents' teams.
Is that after Dragon Dance or before?
I think it's before if it's Adamant fully invested.
Adamant fully invested has a 12.5% chance to one hit KO it.
Yeah.
After a Dragon Dance, which I think does +1 to it.
Yeah, and then it's
it's a guaranteed OHKO. So
Yeah, it's like 103% minimum or something like that.
128.8. Knockoff is a guaranteed OCO. Crunch is a guaranteed OCO. All of
Yeah,
them.
Dragon Dance, Crawdaunt, Life Orb, Full Speed.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing if you get the Dragon Dance up.
If he runs a max defensive Garchomp, Crabhammer will still OCO. Guaranteed. Knockoff is an 87.5% chance. Crunch
Also,
no
Crawdaunt
numbers.
is the best knockoff user in the game thanks to adaptability.
Really is.
It's very
Ridiculous.
And knockoff is like second best move in the game.
Outside of Earthquake, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Earthquake is powerful.
So Crawdaunt was definitely a nice pick. I think it will definitely come in handy. The Aquajet priority is definitely going to come in handy for you a lot.
Mm-hmm. Especially just ever since they gave him adaptability, he's just become a beast.
And I think that's why he's in UU now, isn't he?
No, he's in BL.
Yeah, he's
that
in
thing would
BL.
tear up UU. That's the thing about BL. BL is all those mons that are like not good enough for OU, but if they go down to UU, they will kill everything.
And
Like,
just to troll
they've
someone?
lowered Crawdaunt, they've lowered Halucha down there before, and they just destroy the tier.
Yeah, it's just not fair. And just to troll someone, I might run an Endeavor Crawdaunt 1 week
That'd be funny.
with Focus Sash.
And then just Aquajet after that.
Yeah.
Oh, and it gets a switcheroo.
It gets
So if
Hyper
you want to
Beam.
get cheeky with a choice scarf.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. I mean, I don't really know the difference between Switcheroo and Trick, honestly, but
It's the same thing, I think.
Switcheroo, yeah, it's the same thing.
I don't know.
I
what
guess
the
they just
Switcheroos
wanted
were.
to give it to. I guess they just wanted to open Trick up to more Pokemon, so they made Switcheroo a thing. It's kind of like a Ice Beam Flamethrower type thing. They're basically the same thing, just different types.
No, yeah, that's definitely true. Alright, but
Gets attract.
Oh dear God.
I mean, there's no clause against a track,
No,
so you can't run a track.
You know what's good? Attract Chansey.
Oh my.
I'm glad I don't verse you.
I'm upset
say
that I
that.
do.
I don't ever have to verse Chansey.
Yeah.
I don't care if I put a physical fighting move on everything. I don't care if everything on my team has Brick Break. I don't want to verse Chansey. Chansey's annoying.
You know what I don't want to happen though? I don't
What?
want that like founder curse or whatever that you're seeing in the GBA right now with Steve. He drafted great. He made some great plays, but he started 0 for 5. And I'm also sad to see him step down from the GBA
Well, he's not stepping
as a coach.
Yeah, as a coach, he's gonna try to stick with it though. He quit YouTube all around, like altogether.
I mean, I don't know if you watched his like last video he put up.
Yeah, I did.
But he did at the end put the videos in a file that said save for later.
I mean, like you said, he might come back to it. It just really just depends on like if the stars align for him to come back to it.
Yeah, I think he wants to be an analyst.
Yeah,
I think that's what he said.
Yeah, because he wants to start his own business and all that, and like.
Hopefully, he steps in as an analyst for the power rankings. That would be nice to see.
Yeah, that would be nice if he came on.
Even though it is for 2 weeks, it'd definitely be nice to see him on there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of sucks though, because his final week was a team I was hoping he was going to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he would have won that week. Did Hank win?
Hank won by I think it was like a 1-0 victory.
Yeah, it was like
then
a
it
1 victory.
wouldn't
His
matter
game
then.
was close.
But I would have loved to see Steve start 0-5 and then make the playoffs by winning his last 5. That would have been awesome.
That would have been cool.
That would have been a comeback of the century.
And talking about Crawdaunt, I was just looking at his moveset, and it doesn't have a bad special moveset.
No, it really doesn't.
I mean, that's where it all comes all the way back to Ambipom.
Yeah.
Baton Pass Nasty Plot.
Yeah, you can just Nasty Plot once or twice, and then Baton Pass into Crawdaunt. I mean, what's Crawdaunt's? His special attack is 90, so it's not horrible.
Yeah. And I get Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, Dark Pulse.
I'm sure it gets Water
Scald.
Pulse. Yeah, you got Scald, Water Pulse. You can run Surf if you really want to be that guy. You can run Snarl.
I mean, people ran
Snarl.
Surf before Scald was a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
so-
didn't they up the chance to burn from 10 to 30, and then they started using Scald?
Yeah, pretty much. You can run
I'm
Metal
pretty
Claw
sure.
for the fairies.
You
Metal
For the
could.
Claws.
fairies out there.
I mean, a fairy would wall Crawdont kind of well. I mean, I'm not sure how much they want to take a water move, but like a grass fairy,
Oko hits are out of the question, right?
Yeah.
No guillotine.
Nope. Those are
yeah,
out. You can run X Scissor for the grass types.
Round. Nice and normal. 60 base power.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you won't really get much of an adaptability boost from it, but you can run any of the hidden powers, just like every other mon. You can run Double Hit if you really want to. You can
run Facade if you're really scared of getting burned.
run Razor Shell. If you don't want to run Dragon Dance, you can run Swords Dance or
Oh,
Hook
and
Claws.
spoilers. I was so close to running Facade this week. And that might have helped.
Might have.
Not saying anything.
Not gonna say anything more.
But it definitely has a lot of. You can run Giga Impact if you really wanted to.
Oh yeah, if you just want to like spit in your opponent's face for lulz, Giga Impact to kill their last Pokemon. Set up a Dragon Dance, Waterfall, and knock off everything, and then Giga Impact the last mon.
Yeah, the last Pokemon has 3% left
Yeah.
and just Giga Impact.
Just for lulz.
Well,
Or Hail.
You
yeah, just
set up the hail. Kill yourself too.
Yeah, you know.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be funny.
Alright, so your next mon that you drafted in the 10th round, I believe it was, was Armaldo. We sort of already talked about him a little bit earlier, but tell us why you picked up Armaldo.
Armaldo. He was actually one of my favorite third-gen Pokemon. I know he's, I think, PU now, but he also gets Stealth Rocks, Rapid Spin,
It's not that
Stone
bad.
Edge, X-Scissor. It's pretty powerful
I think it's
if you can outspeed things.
I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's probably the bulkiest mon on your team in the defensive side.
I think it and Zygarde
I think you
are
have.
tied.
I can double check.
I think it's a little less bulky than Zygarde.
Yeah, Armaldo's 100 and Zygarde's 121.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, how often are you really gonna run a main? I don't know. I feel like Zygarde's more used for its like Dragon Dance setup with physical attack over its defense. But I mean,
Yeah.
I just remember watching the King Nappy's Glaze Let's Play, and his Armaldo lasted the longest out of his whole entire team and came through in so many battles.
I want to see Rock Polish. Armaldo. That thing's physical attack is base 125. Get a Rock Polish up. It's game over.
Choice Scarf Rock Polish right now.
Choice Scarf Rock Polish. But yeah, offensive is definitely an option. Because, like, I'm assuming you mainly drafted it for Rapid Spin?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, you could run, like, Assault Vest, Rapid Spin, Stone Edge, X Scissor, and, like, Knockoff, or Aqua Jet.
How good of a play would it be, though, if I ran Choice Scarf, Rock Polish on a knockoff hit?
That'd be, like, the most MLG play I've ever seen in my life.
The
It would never work, but
It would never work. Not in the stars would have to align perfectly. But if it worked, I'd give you like 10 wins on your record. Like if that just went
automatic
off.
playoffs.
If you could get one kill after getting your Choice Scarf knocked off and going to Rock Polish, you win.
I mean, it's
Just
definitely.
if you can get one kill.
I think people would notice though that wait, did he just outspeed me? How the hell did Armaldo outspeed me? He's Choice Scarfed.
Yeah, but that's why he goes for Rock Polish that turn. They already put in their moves. They don't know he's gonna outspeed. That's the tricksy.
No,
That's how he gets.
I'm saying if they didn't go for knockoff that first turn, they're just gonna let you set up rock bosses all day and not do anything to you. Sort of sucks. But, speaking of rocks, your next mon, your Mega, you finally decided you're one of two people who drafted their Mega in the very last round.
Yep.
And a Mega Charizard Y, the only other person besides yours truly that drafted a Charizard as their Mega, since there's only two, of course. You drafted Charizard Y.
Both Charizards, but no Mega Pinsir.
I know, right? So weird.
Mega Pinsir is amazing. It's doing the second best in the GBA.
I purposely did not draft Mega Pinsir in the first or second round.
Well, you were doing the
Because I
Sun team,
thought-
so it's like obviously.
Yeah, I ran a Sun team because I was like, okay, I don't want to pick a Mega with my first pick, so I'm not going to get
that
like,
brings me
Mega
back to
Lopunny,
another
like
thing.
Mega Pinsir, or any of those. So I was like, Mega Charizard Y.
Why didn't you get Ninetales?
Good question. No answer, but good question.
I
Because
mean,
that's just what I was wondering, because it's like Mega Charizard Y, it can't, it's a decent Sunsetter, like, but with the nerf they gave to Weather in 6th Gen, it's kind of like, it's going to last for 5 turns, which means you got to switch directly into your Pokemon that takes advantage of the sun.
unless you run a Heat Rock.
But you can't run Heat Rock on Charizard Y, though.
Yeah, it's a Mega.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like I'm saying, like Heat Rock on Ninetales would have been the better choice, but I mean, honestly, what tier is he in? NU or RU?
It's in NU.
But Drought Ninetales is OU.
That's not how the drafting works. It's the mod.
Oh yeah.
They made Politoed OUA. I guess they value rain over
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
sun.
Politoed should have been OUB.
Yeah.
Even BL, it's even in the GBA this year, it's not doing that good.
I mean, Geo's doing okay.
He doesn't really run it very often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he
that's
does,
just people. I mean, it forces people to prepare for the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least.
And then you can trick him by not bringing it. But I mean, if you had to pick up Ninetales, you wouldn't have had your Rapid Spinner and Armaldo. So
Mhm.
you would have to rely on Latias with Defog every single time you bring Mega Charizard Y. So, and coming from a person who doesn't have a Rapid Spinner and only a Defogger, trust me, Armado is probably the better pick for you.
but Defog is. No, it's not.
I don't like it
It's
because
not
it gets
better
rid
in
of your
these
own hazards
situations.
as well.
Yeah, like the hazards you set up, it gets rid of those as well with Defog. So it's just like,
Now, I will run
Light Screen.
Defog on Latias for the weeks that I don't necessarily need Stealth Rocks. Like, I'll still probably run Stealth Rocks almost every week, if not every week, but once I don't need those Stealth Rocks no more, and there's still some on me, I wouldn't mind going for a Defog there.
I mean, some teams aren't hurt too bad by hazards, so you're not gonna always need them.
I mean, really the only mon on your team that are really affected by hazards are Heatran and Charizard Y. So,
Yeah, Charizard I have to get in before Stealth Rocks comes up.
Because, like, what's the difference
Or-
between Charizard Y and Charizard X is, like, both of them learn Roost, but after Mega Evolving, you're still taking 50%. I'm only taking 25%.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're gonna have to run Roost no matter what when you bring a Charizard against Rocks.
I mean, but the thing is, one thing that Mega Charizard Y does have over X is when it uses Solar Beam, it goes immediately.
And Earthquake.
Yes.
Earthquake.
Yeah, screw you, Xavier, for bringing up the Solar Beam thing.
What the hell did I do? I'm just mentioning that it can use Solar Beam very effectively.
Yeah. He's just pointing out the fact
Yeah,
That
that's Charizard
Charizard
It sets
Y
up the sun
with
and it can
Solar
just go for
Beam
Solar Beam.
is powerful and can knock out 2, maybe 3 mons in a row.
It has base 159 special attacks. Stab Flamethrower in the rain is killing things. I mean, in the sun is killing
Okay,
things.
I'm gonna break the fourth wall here and spoiler alert. You're just saying that because I used Solar Beam against you in our battle.
Hey, don't spoil things. That's rude. That's like going to the pre-release of a movie, like the freaking, what do you call it, critics screening, and then like just posting something online. This is how it ends. You don't do that.
I'd be so mad if someone did that.
Yeah, and that's what he's trying to do to all the people at home right now. All like 2 fans of the ISL.
Don't worry, he
Yeah.
got 8-0'd.
I felt like it, honestly. Um,
But yeah, you can also run Dragon Dance. It's got decent physical attack. It's a good guy.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely an interesting mon. You have a wide assortment of moves you can run with that sun, and the fact that it's gonna live probably any water type hit due to the fact that it has drought. So it's really his main weakness you have to worry about is like electric and rock.
Rocks. Yeah.
And you have mons to deal with both those typings. So it's definitely gonna be nice to go around that. So we'll definitely see how well Mega Charizard Y works for you in this league. So
Yeah.
now,
Oh wait, one thing I'm curious about: how does acrobatics work with Mega Evolved Pokemon?
I don't understand that
I don't think it gets the
at all.
boost because it's still suddenly holding an item.
But it doesn't like meld with the stone or something?
It's still holding an item though because knockoff will still do a lot of damage even though it's not knocking off the item.
Hmm.
But I think knockoff does like half the boost due to it. Like it's hitting a Pokemon with an item but it's not knocking it off. So I don't know how it all works.
Mega Rayquaza OP.
Oh my god, I don't want to.
You can just hold
That's
his
why it's
item.
banned from Ubers, right?
Why can't Charizard just eat his Mega Stone? Look at that mouth. He can eat things. He can eat anything.
But I mean, then how would he Mega Evolve ever again?
It's in his body. It's in his tummy.
Yeah.
It's gonna
He's always
dissolve.
going to be Mega.
He'll just stay Mega Evolved. He's core that way anyway.
I did think it was funny that Charizard Y looks more like a dragon than Charizard X.
I know, right?
Yeah, those rugged wings are badass.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to see when Charizard Y is gonna appear in the Mega. Like, are we gonna see Ash with Mega Charizard Y since we haven't seen it yet?
Didn't
Well, he
Ash have a
better.
Charizard X?
No, he hasn't had any Mega yet.
I think Red had Charizard X in the...
Yeah.
Red had Charizard X, and the
Yeah.
Mega Evolution Special, the main character in that had a Charizard X. So we have not seen Charizard Y yet. So
Charizard Y isn't getting enough love, in my opinion.
It really isn't. And honestly, with Ash getting rid of his Gudra, he needs a powerful like Mon to be on his team right now.
That's another thing.
Ash isn't
stop
playing
giving rid of your
competitive
Pokemon.
I don't know why he got
Get
Aim
rid
for the
of your
horn
best
with the
Pokemon.
Thunderbolt on the Rhydon.
Like, I just don't understand why the freaking hell did he get rid of his Gudra? Like you
Hey,
finally get
don't complain about competitive methods about Ash. He can beat an Onix and a Rhydon with a Pikachu.
Using
How
Thunderbolt.
anyone does that is beyond me.
I mean, he now has a Noibat, so we'll see. Maybe he can get a Noivern, but he...
No. Knowing the anime, they're going to be like, no, he can beat everyone with basic Pokemon. No
The
evolve.
trick is just aim for the horn.
But I mean, like, out of all the Pokemon he's ever gotten from an egg, I think he's only gotten, what, 2? 3? No, 2.
Misty jacked his Togepi.
True. But he's gotten Noibat, Phanpy, and Scraggy, all from eggs. And the only one that actually evolved from that was
Okay.
Phanpy. He got a Donphan out of that. So he could evolve the Noibat. He could.
I mean, no, he's gonna leave it a Noibat. He doesn't want his Pokemon to evolve. Who needs an Ivysaur? Who needs a Venusaur?
I
When he
mean,
can have a Bulbasaur.
he does have Frogadier.
Should have a Greninja.
Well, he's still early on. Like, he only has a Flaccenda right now, and he always evolves his flying types.
And how does Pikachu, like, not destroy everything? He's had it for
I'm just saying,
so
Pikachu
many years.
tied with Latios. Pikachu fought Latios to a draw.
Yeah, and then he loses to a freaking Snivy.
Yes.
Like,
Logic.
what? And the dude just got the Snivy from the professor like that day, and yet he's
Also,
still.
Sceptile.
Didn't he
Torkoal,
lose to a
Gigabolt,
Surskit,
Rod,
too?
and Darkrai.
Yeah, he lost to a Circuit too.
Yeah.
But see, like with Sceptile though, he didn't evolve Sceptile until he was in like the Battle Frontier. So unless they do like some side thing with X and Y, they could keep Frogadiers to the very end and evolve him in that side stuff with it. So
Yeah.
Okay, remember how they did the Battle Frontier in the anime? It was in the Kanto region.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was in the Kanto region.
Well, it makes sense why he was able to bring like all his Pokemon from like get his Pokemon that he needed like Snorlax and all that. Which, like, I'm looking at his team now. There's really the only mods you can Mega Evolve are Charizard, Sceptile. That's it. Those are the only two mods.
Wait, he has a Glalie. He has a Glalie.
I mean, yeah, he could evolve the Glalie, which
Glalie.
I highly doubt he'll evolve the Glalie. That's
Mega Glalie, strongest explosion in the game.
he could get a Mega Heracross.
Normal gym boosted.
Hey, Mega Glalie gets Refrigerate, which makes it stab, plus all those type normal changey moves give it like an instant like 1.2 or 3 something. That is powerful.
That's true. He could get a Mega Heracross.
Could get a Mega Heracross.
Honestly, like out of all his Pokemon he can Mega Evolve, I would rather have him have Mega Heracross.
I mean, he's not good enough to actually take use of Skill Link.
Well, I don't know how that works in the anime.
I mean, he ran Sleep Talk on his Heracross without rest.
Yeah, so
I don't know why he did that. That was stupid.
No.
Also, he's the luckiest person in the world. Doesn't matter how many times he uses Sleep Talk, he never get rest. But if I use Sleep Talk, I get rest.
Yeah, and then that makes I don't understand that.
Logic.
We'll see. I mean, he's finally getting older, from what I can tell. So I don't know. He finally has a freaking girlfriend, seems like. So
I mean,
we are so off topic right now. Anyways,
Yep,
no one cares.
we so
At this point, they're used to it.
now you mentioned a little bit about getting sniped. Did you get sniped by anything else?
I bet you wanted that Durant, didn't you? But I took
Kevin?
it right out from under you.
No,
Okay.
I didn't want a little Kevin.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't
Original
think so. I think I only got sniped once, and it was just that whole round, and I got stuck with Crocodile.
What all did you want in that round? Like you said, there were like 5 things that all got picked there.
I know it was definitely the 2 I really wanted were Hitmontop and Donphan. I can't remember the other 2 because I don't have my notes up or whatever, but
I'm assuming it might have been like Honchkrow for like Dark Stab, maybe? You didn't have any Dark Stab at that point?
I mean, it could have been Umbreon, it could have been Landorus Eye, it could have been Lucario, Scrafty.
I'm gonna go look at the draft sheet.
I doubt it was
One last
Emboar. I
time.
highly doubt it was Emboar.
Hey, Blaziken was originally there.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying.
I
doubt it
bet
was
he
Emboar.
wanted Blaziken. That powerful base 80 speed.
Oh, I wanted Landorus Eye. I remember that.
Yeah.
Do you even have enough
That was
points?
still there. I wanted Lucario. That was the other one. Landorus Eye and Lucario.
Mm,
I was looking at those 2.
that's sniped like freaking 5 times.
Now, if you didn't pick up if you were able to pick up the Landorus Eye, you probably weren't going to be able to pick up the Crawdon. You probably would have to go to a lower tier than that.
Yeah, I was gonna have to go to 2 NU Pokemon,
Yeah, so...
which I was gonna pick up. I was gonna pick up Armado anyways.
That would have been, I mean, that
And-
would have been like an extra another extra NU Pokemon on your team.
Yeah,
Do you really want to go the route of a bunch of incredibly high tier Pokemon and then a bunch of NUs? That seems kind of boring to me.
Yes,
I mean...
because you could rotate around, bring like 1 NU every couple of weeks, and have a whole bunch of high tier heavy hitters.
I mean, that kind of takes the fun out of the draft, in my opinion. I prefer to go all balanced with like 20 UUs.
I think mine was pretty balanced. I think I had.
You had 2 OUAs, you had 2 BLs, you had a OUB, you had 2 UUs, 1 RU, and 2 NUs. And then
Yeah,
you had-
I don't think I got 3 in any category. That's what I was really going for. I didn't want to be that guy that get like 5 OU Pokemon and then 1 in everything else, and then like the rest NU.
I mean, you could say you got 3 OUAs, but technically one of them was your Mega, so that doesn't really count.
I mean, a lot of people got 2 OUAs and then a Mega.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's gonna happen. So, I mean, it's not too bad. Your draft was pretty well. Like you said, I think that without getting those snipes, I think your team balanced out more. Your team actually reminds me a lot of like a John Pokemon style team.
Mhm.
I think it just reminds me that you have a lot of really powerful mons that can do a lot of work. Hopefully, you don't have a season like John's, who you have to fight at the very end to try to get a playoff spot.
And then get hacked.
We started off the same way. We both lost to a division opponent, and we both lost. Oh crap!
Well, okay.
Alright,
All right,
My bad.
good job, guys. We've been following the no spoilers rule very well.
yeah, well, so we have two questions left. One of them is, besides, since you already said your week one matchup, who are you
My bad.
least excited to face? Oh no, who are you most excited to face so far this season?
Most excited? Actually, probably you.
Why?
Heat Tran.
Gotta name it. Shots fired.
That's. I mean, it's not like someone drafting a Zapdos named Shots Fired.
Yeah, shots fired. It was a pun, and I told him to do it. I told him to do it. He's my boy Boo. He did it. I told him to do it, and he did it.
So besides that, is there anyone else you're excited to face?
Probably Cameron and Braden.
Because they have like the scariest first two picks ever.
Yeah, they have really offensive teams, and I'm on the other side of that. I think I have the bulkiest team in the league.
Who will win? The unbreakable shield or the sword that can pierce everything?
Defense wins championships, so.
Tell that to Cooper.
Oh. We gotta tweet this link to Cooper.
Oh my god, I doubt he would watch it.
Probably not. I mean, maybe.
I mean, he doesn't have a big fan base, so he probably doesn't have his head up his ass like some YouTubers do.
He's not like a YouTuber. He's just kind of like a guy who does the GBA. He doesn't even have like a capture card. He's just kind of doing it for fun.
Yeah.
Like Hank. They're just kind of doing it for lulz, and they're playing the game. They're not YouTubers.
Yeah, that's...
The only real YouTubers like A-Drive, Pokemon, Nagawai,
Shady.
Shady Penguin's the biggest YouTuber in the whole entire league.
I've never heard of him before.
But
how many subs does he have? Like 3?
Times that by almost 100,000, but you're close.
Yeah, you're definitely close. So there's
I think I was close. Like 3 sounds about right.
Yeah.
So...
Why is he so short, though?
So you talked about who you're most excited to go against. Who are you least excited to go against? Besides your week 1 matchup.
Well,
besides him, I don't really know.
There's no one in this league that you're afraid to go against.
Not really.
Another no fear contender.
I mean, that works. Alright, so Xavier, are there any other further questions you have for this guy?
Is it hot?
It's definitely not cold.
You've been standing in the sun for a while now. Can you handle the heat?
If not, if you can handle it, go make me a sandwich.
Good.
But first of all, I'd like to say thank you, Hayden, for all your help in making this league possible. Give you a little bit of a round of applause for that. Thank you.
Golf clap.
And that shows how much he has respect for you.
Yay.
Wow. I was being nice. You're just trying to make me look bad? Trying to make yourself look good, huh?
I mean,
I'm posting so many nasty comments on your interview. Just you wait.
But with that, is there anything else you'd like to say, Hayden?
Not really. No. Pretty good.
Right,
What's that? Is that Dallas Victory Stars for the Cup? Okay, thanks. Okay, bye everyone.
We will see you all in the next video. Bye.
Bye.